Hello guys, habari ya jioni. Karibuni sana Automobile Cafe, and today tuko kwa soko, and as you can see behind me I have a legendary Celica, which was the last generation of the A series. The A series of Celicas zile ambazo zilikuwa na Supra bado. By that time Celicas and Supras were the same, under the same platform, same chassis, similar engines hapa na pale, and yeah, we have the third generation with me here, which is actually one hand owned vehicle. This vehicle has been around with the owner for more than 30 years, and the owner actually bought it in the US, brought it in Kenya. Now she's been enjoying this vehicle for a very long time, and surprisingly, for those who don't know, or for those who are interested in these classics, this is the first time that the Celica did the EFI conversions in their engine, and the unit that I have here is actually a 2R engine enabled type of car. Basically, the Celica that I'm having here with me is a rear drive. We're talking about this blue Celica Supra, which is a rear drive of the third generation of the Celica series. As you can see, it is a rear wheel. As you can see, the engine vile imeplacewa, it's rear wheel, and basically this engine is a 22R type of engine. Now, engine is actually very powerful and has very good throttle response. I'll set up a video here ndio muweze kuona the throttle response ya hii engine. So when you look at this engine, apart from just the wear and tear ya kawaida, the car is actually very neat. Wao umeona gari yenye iko na more than 30 years na iko na, unaona bado iko na breather yenye iko this clean. Look at this engine. Just do a wash on this and for sure you have a very good classic. This engine can actually also be used to do so many other things in terms of racing here and there, considering that this unit was not so heavy, so the engine had very good powers comparing to their age. I know currently maybe you guys are used to turbo engines and stuff, but wakati huu this was a very healthy engine, and by the way, the engine does not consume much. So the Celica was actually an American spec Celica. As you can see, it's a left-hand drive Celica, and let me take a seat in it. Pretty beautiful Celica. It's actually a manual drive Celica with very nice amenities. Not amenities per se, but features. The unit itself was one of the best Japanese models by the time, and this was a premium model. As you can see, there is no major difference between this Celica and the Celica I have. It's a one kick. Unasikia unaguza tu mara moja imewaka. You can see most of these features in this Celica were actually features that were meant to feature in the new generation. You see, with a very happy engine, doing the revs with a high rev of around 6,000 RPMs, and clock in kilometers and mileage at the same time. This is an American spec. That's why it's actually a left-hand drive. As you can see, this Celica is so similar to the Celica that I usually show you guys, the one that I usually do the project in. It's actually the Celica on that end, but this was generation before that Celica on that other end. So basically it is a manual drive, as you can see, and has the same radio that came with the Gen 4 Celica. Vents kawaida hapa na pale, glove compartments left, right and center, and being a one-hand vehicle, it's neatly kept for the age. It's well kept for the age, and yeah, so it can make a very good project car if you're interested in getting this. Apart from that, majority of the features in this car were electric, just as the one that I usually have on my end, and Pretty is the name of this vehicle. In terms of spacing, well and good. This car actually has better spaces compared to the sports cars of today. You see the seats behind there, they look very nice, and yeah, just like my other generation Celica, there is no much difference between the two. So in terms of the air condition system, let me see if it works. Wow, nice. The air condition actually works and does a very perfect job. And yeah, this is a unit that probably would pull lots of heads and actually would put you somewhere in terms of shows and stuff. As you can see, being a very rare and very good spec of the Celica, anytime you open the doors, the lights come on, just like this Gen 4. The only difference between this and the Gen 4 is basically the rear wheel capability in this and the front wheel capability in that. Or basically that's a front wheel, this is a rear wheel. And again, the unit in terms of styling, internals, really they didn't really change much, but the externals, there is where things actually got, that's where the styling actually got some differences in change, because when you look at the length of the vehicle is quite long. However, that is actually to aid the car maneuver perfectly, because remember, for rear wheel vehicles, if you make it shorter, at times traction might not be good when it comes to driving. But now this beautiful vehicle here, the owner is just asking for a small amount of money to actually let it go. They've had this vehicle for more than 30 years and it's a one-hand vehicle. Yani ni gari generation na mikono mingi, and they're only asking for 800,000 shillings or a figure around there. So basically, if you're an enthusiast and are interested in this vehicle, there you go. So guys, we're taking a drive in this Celica, and we decided to let the owner do it. It would be more sense if the owner drove the car for herself, and we get to know about her pia kidogo. She's had this vehicle mkono moja, as I said earlier,
since 1985.
Yes, 1985 Nyongozi. So why did you buy the car?
I got my first job after graduating from college, and I was deciding between Toyota and the Honda Preludes. In the US, those were the popular boppy cars, and the Prelude Hondas were sold out. I don't know if this advertises it, so the next best thing was a Toyota, but I'm glad I got the Toyota because later on it turned out to be a much better car than the Honda Prelude. But the Prelude was sexy, very sexy looking. But I've been happy with this car ever since. In fact, I had told him I'd never sell this car. I was going to give it to my daughter as a wedding present, but now she's gone to uni and I need to put her through uni, and that's why I'm having to let the car go. Otherwise, I had no intention of letting go of this car.
By the way, guys, I hope you actually noticed that this car, apart from just the steering rack, this car has no any vibrations, neither external noises, apart from just the engine, which is doing some very good sounds and some melodious tunes from the 80s and so. So let me ask, you bought this car in the 80s, you stayed in the US for some time, then came back to Kenya.
Yes.
How was it importing it to Kenya?
Very easy. I got a 40-foot container, 40 foot, 20 feet for the car and 20 feet for my household items. And in those days, you just had to show you were the owner, and
nothing was complicated. Moi was not bad.
I don't know. There weren't many people bringing in cars, I suppose, at that time, so it really wasn't that hard.
Alafu, there was no that 8-year rule. Remember, the 8-year rule just came with Kibaki the other day.
I don't know. Me, I had been gone for 12 years. So when I came back, and I had the car for, I don't know, 3 years. So
it's very new. It was quite new.
It hadn't even reached the 8 years.
It was new. So yeah, basically that's it. This car has been around. Actually, for those who live within Karen or people within the Karen community, I'm sure you've seen it before severally, and I'm sure maybe the this is actually would be a very interesting content for you to watch. And apart from that, if you have offers, man, they just bring it over, kuja muongea na mwenyewe. I'll only take leads from people. Basically I'll be in touch with you guys, simply because I don't want to have wala watu sumbua. Unajua, there are those people who will call and give some very, very funny offers. So if you have a very funny offer, sorry, you'll only deal with me. But if you have a good offer, we'll give you to mom, and then mom will be able to sort you. So this is a car that has been owned by one person. All legal papers are there. If you're interested to buy it for abroad shipping, everything is available. Apart from just a few touch-ups here and there, this car is actually in very, very good condition. We've seen people work with salvages. This is not a salvage. This is a true classic without any major problem. Majority of the functionalities are actually working, apart from just a few things up and pale, which again can never cost you more than 50,000 or 20,000 to fix. So hit me up, guys. Karibu sana. The car is only going for 800,000 shillings. Oh no, yani basically that means all the nearest offer. So ongea na mimi, we speak with Made, and for sure you'll be a second owner of a very, very beautiful machine that is actually one beautiful piece to drive and own. So asanteni sana, thank you for watching, and enjoy, guys. See you when you're buying this machine from Mami. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.